You matter. You have to be first. So currency isn't only dollars. Knowledge is the exchange rate of your future. You don't want to hear all the time about it, but I like sharing because sometimes you don't see what I do throughout the day. Many people think it's just I sit and I eat cake and cookies and drink tea and whatever and just chocolate. But my day is push all the time. So good morning, beautiful people. This is how we start the morning and blessing. So I want you to greet your marvelous self. Did you do that though? Because we haven't touched on it yet for a while. So what about if you had said to yourself this morning, hello, brilliant being of light and learning. You are worth the investment of listening, of doing something good. You are worth me doing something with you. That's what you say to yourself. So yes, you are worth the investment that you put in yourself. Sometimes we forget that we have value and that we give outside, but we don't give inside. And that is a big thing nowadays. Everybody's talking about it to me, sending me little things because I seem to be mentioning it without knowing. I am saying give you before you give me. Give you before you give me. But that doesn't mean you don't have to give. When every insight I gain adds to my inner wealth, which is funny. So one of the things I always ask you to do is breathe. And I ask you to inhale wisdom. Inhale the wisdom, the little wisdom you learn. Just said I taught her to do it automatically. Nancy is sharing that she has sub account. It's so important. Your bank statement and looks like it's about money anyway, so we're gonna get it. The bank statement looks like everybody has the name. I have the SPAR account, which is my other word for emergency. And of course Christmas and donation and this and vacation. You must have a vacation account. So there you go. Anyway, so you have to inhale wisdom. Hold wisdom tight and exhale limitation. That I don't have it. I cannot do it. Understanding ourselves. I said knowledge is currency. Knowledge is currency. There may be, and I'm almost positive, there is someone out there who will maybe hear this and realize, yes, I can put $10 a pay into an account for my gas, for my filter, for my snow tires, right? You see what I mean? And then the oil change, getting it ready. And that would make it easier. So when I look at it, if I do that, I have 26 pays, 260 for a regular ordinary car. It mightn't be much, but at least you have something. So it cushions the blow. So knowledge is currency. I just gave you some currency. It's up to you to sit down in contemplation and decide, where can I apply that to my daily life? How can I use it to enhance me? Maybe once a month you need certain vitamins and you can blow it on vitamins. At Christmas, I empty my Christmas account. There is nothing left until January. So the credit union I belong to had classes many years ago about sub-accounts. I learned so much. Thanks, Nancy, for sharing. It's true. My belief in sub-accounts is your main account where everything comes in. It's like an Irish stew. Everything is in it. You leave it like that, you are kind of muddled. Especially if you're just starting the journey of getting finance together. But if somebody has taught you to shift money from this main account, because I don't care who you are, I was going to say, right? If you keep money in your checking account and you have one savings account, that is like having an Irish stew. The checking account is an Irish stew with a big hole in the pot. Whatever is left in a checking account goes away. It just drops out. When we worked at the bank, people who had, let's say, their business was close to our branch, but their bank was close further away, they created an automatic transfer account for them, an ATS, transfer service. So they could deposit at our branch and overnight it would empty into their bank account. So the joke was with us at the branch, when we got paid, oh yeah, there's money in the ATS account, because we know by midnight everything is going everywhere. But whatever you leave in this account is going to disappear. It's like a sieve. It just runs through it. I don't care who you are. The checking account is trying to just put that thing together. No wonder many people don't know where $500-600 have gone in a month. And I'm not joking. There are many people who work and they have no idea when they're working with me to create a sustainable financial spending plan that there's $300 they can't account for. And I have to say, well, it would be impulsive shopping, spending, impulsive spending, or miscellaneous, same thing. Still the même chose, same thing. So what you have to do is realize everything in your life is a currency. Knowledge is currency. It enables you to do better. So with people, when you give somebody knowledge, you're giving them something they can use for future. They can teach to somebody else who is younger than them. Somebody who is challenged with savings. Somebody who's challenged with managing the money that they make. If you can intercept, meet them at the crossroad and teach them how to do it, you're helping them to live a better life. So at the bank, we would tell them, okay, save for this. Your savings does not have to be the biggest amount, but it must be on the top. You matter. You have to be first. So currency isn't only dollars. Knowledge is the exchange rate of your future. Remember that. The point of it is that when you have knowledge, you are able to stand up amongst those who has it. It can give you an opportunity to get a better job. The diploma is the proof that you studied something. Your degree does not say that you're great at everything. It says, when you get a degree, all it tells your manager, your new boss, your company is that you are able to learn and to complete a task in a given time. It took you 4 years, 5 years to do your degree, whatever. So they said this person has the ability to learn. And if you give them something to do, they can complete it in a given time. Then the rest, but without that, you cannot open the door. The door is going to stay closed. You need that knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is currency. When you have currency, you have a better life. You're able to do things you would normally because you have the currency. So this is what knowledge isn't only dollars. Knowledge is the exchange rate of your future. Money without understanding leaks away. Money, if you do not understand it, it will leak away. I told you this a few minutes ago. It will go through the sieve. When you're having an Irish stew, there's leeks in there, there's beef in there, there's mutton in there, there's carrot in there. You don't even know when you push the spoon, which is what flavor you're picking up. So you shouldn't have all your money in one savings account. I don't care how brilliant you are. Open it and see how you will breathe better. Money without understanding leaks away. Knowledge multiplies even when you share it. So when I share with you, when I share with those that ask me questions or those that I coach, when I share that, opportunities open up for me to get more. A long time ago, when I wrote the book Controlling the Debt Monster in 2002, I published it in 2009, and for some reason I sat on it. But I started coaching even when I was at the bank. I told you the sneaky dicky that I was. I worked Friday nights, 12 to 8, and Saturdays. 2 reasons though, but anyway, just there were no managers there. So they couldn't see how long I worked with the people that I was getting to coach for free to succeed. So I chose those hours. But in the coaching process of doing this, I came across, I told you that Ryan, he jumps in and out. Coaching Ryan on financial, I realized it's not financial, that's the cause. If I hadn't coached him for free, I would not be the publisher of this book. I would not have the 5 pillars of prosperity. It's because I gave Ryan knowledge on finances, I realized finance was not the cause, it was a symptom. The cause came from the other pillars, one of the other pillars or 2. So that's when I say, when you share, knowledge multiplies even when you share it. It does. I am living proof of it. So if we take mental. I have to take mental first. Learning sharpens your decision making. Knowledge gives you a time. Knowledge sharpens your decision making. You have the knowledge. You're going to pause and you're going to say, okay, that is what I'm doing. That knowledge is currency. It gives you a time to make the right decision because you have the knowledge, you have a little bit of wisdom, you are better at it. Then financial knowledge protects and grows your resources. If you know that automatic payment to a savings or to a cause or to what you desire to have is better than you trust in yourself, we need to take care of ourselves. Listen to us. There isn't any, it doesn't matter who you are, they don't care. The Bell telephone company the other day, I wanted to just reach into the phone and I couldn't do that. Told me that if you let us take the money from your account ourselves, we'll give you $10 off. I said, no, thank you. I do not want you in my bank account. I have seen what you people can do when you have access to the bank account. So they don't trust us to pay them. That's why they want to go in there. Nobody trusts the consumer to pay them. Nobody. The utility companies want to do it. The property tax want to do it. The government does not trust us to pay income tax on our earnings. They tell our people, our bosses, our company, you take the tax from them and send it to me. And if you don't take it, I am going to charge you. I'm going to give you a penalty for not doing it. So they do it. You see? But somewhere in our little crazy mind, we believe we will remember to go home and click on $10 every payday to put in the vacation account. Or $20. But we don't. We don't even set it up. So why not take half an hour, look at your life, create those savings accounts, and then ask your bank to do it automatically for you. You do not even have to leave your house. Knowledge protects and grows resources for finance. Emotional. Understanding reduces fear and impulsiveness. Knowledge is currency. Emotional. It's an understanding reduces the fear and impulsive shopping. I don't have enough, I can't do this. My cousin almost put herself in a little knot because she was on a budget. When I hear that word, I know right away I'm going to starve to death. There is not enough to do anything. That's why I'm on a budget. And you all of us remember budget rent-a-car? They weren't the best of the cars, were they? Budget. When you hear the words, you're on a diet. You can eat that, I cannot eat this, I don't know how to eat that. That's what you're hearing all the time. So The fear and then impulsive shopping. I get it. You don't know what you have. You don't know anything. So you're shopping like crazy until the bill comes, and then you take it and you hide it under the fruit dish on the table. That's what they tell me. Tessa-Marie, I just hide it on the dining room table. I just cover it and I go, and it's going to go away. And the little elves will come tonight and pay it for you. Or when you wake up in the morning, it's going to be zero balance. And I get that look of a deer in a headlight. They didn't think to that point. Physical. Knowing your body's need guides health choices. I have a certain amount I spend on vitamins and this and that and lotions and potions and oils and this. It works for me. Maybe you are not one person to buy anything or take any vitamin, then you don't need it. But if you're like me, my friends tease me that you need a suitcase for your lotion and your potions. It's just me. And it doesn't bother me. And so, it must have been in our family, because once Marina was here and she left her makeup here, and my mom was visiting also at the same time, she goes, oh my God, she prefers this over food. Try to send it to her, she'll die. So you can understand what it was growing up in this family, where Dorothy decided she was worthy to look the best. Anyway, so you need currency. Knowledge is currency, so that you know how to take care of your body. You have water flowing in your sink. You have this, you have that. You buy the carrots and they go funny. You buy this and you don't eat it. You have the apples and you refuse to have them. But you already spend the money. The knowledge that if you take it, it will help you. Help the body. Do something. You know, if you sit all day long and when you go to get up, everything is going to be cranky. You know that. You have the knowledge. That's currency. You can go further. You can walk. You can do things. Move that body of yours. Spiritual. How is that currency? Wisdom connects you to divine timing and purpose. You listen. You're inspired. You find out who you are. I ask all the time, who am I? What am I supposed to do here? I'm still waiting for more information on that. I have some, but I still think there is more information I need. So spiritual wisdom connects you to divine timing and purpose. What is my purpose? If you know your why, you can do the what that's necessary to get your why done. You do not have to know the how. The how will come the moment you know why. Why am I here? And what am I supposed to do? So that is spiritual knowledge, and that gives you currency. You do not have to believe that if you do not do this, you will go to hell. And if you let this person slap you and beat you, they'll go to hell and you'll find a little way in heaven. God does not want meek and humble and battered and bruised human beings taking care of heaven. He did that already. He paid the price. That's what they said to me. So if he already paid the price, why am I doing it again and again? Then I don't believe that he paid the price. So the God you worship, if you take the abuses of the world, having the knowledge that he said, I paid the price for you to be free, but you're letting somebody abuse you. Although you have knowledge, you're not seeing the spiritual currency from that. That doesn't make sense, does it? Anyway, you have to remember that one of the things you have to do in life is to listen, to pause, and to jot or visualize answers. You have to. You have to ask the questions. Where have I traded ignorance for insight recently? Where? Ask that question. Write it down. And when you have the answer, you might begin to cry. And do not worry about those tears. Look at them as tears of knowledge now. Now I know it. I'm crying because I have the knowledge. What area of life is asking me to deposit more learning in? What area? Is it my health? Is it my joy? I'm expecting the train to come and drop me happiness at my foot. And happiness, as we all know, is a moment in time. It's fleeting, it goes away, it does not come back. Another moment brings another type of happiness. No matter what is going on and the challenges you have, the one knowledge that you have that you must remember to hold on to is the joy. That your joy is currency. It's currency. When somebody insults you and you can laugh and you can just do that, that's currency. You're choosing to walk away or to run. You're choosing to come back to fight another day. Remember that. The fool that believes that they can abuse you on Monday is sure coming back on Friday. That's when you have your axe sharpened and you're ready to cut down the trees. When they came and they abused you on Monday, you had dull axe. You weren't expecting it. But now you know their type. Knowledge is currency. You're waiting. And that's how you have to do that. What area of life is asking me to deposit more learning into? What? How I think, how I behave with others, how I interact. You know, these are the things everybody asks about my morning routine. I read, I listen, I observe, and all of that can take 15 minutes, 5 minutes in each of these categories every day. I know 5 minutes of reading is not important, but 5 minutes of reading in the proper book for me is important. I might get the insight I seek for today. 10 more minutes talking to a mentor with wisdom. Seek teachers, seek somebody you know that is not going to put you down. Do not seek knowledge from the gossipers who wants to tell you the whole story somebody told them, and then they add to it and they subtract, and you don't need that. It clouds your mind if they cannot tell you something new. And there's a time we need to choose. When we hear, sometimes everybody's doctrine is different. So you're tuning to a TV station and you have to have some sort of discernment. Where did that go? Everybody is just going like the Pied Piper. Wherever they go in the Pied Piper, blowing his pipe and they're following. Well, you know what happened to those kids, did you? But you need to balance and think. I had a brain before I got this. Saying on the TV, we had to read, we had to think, we had to take a dictionary and follow and find the words. We need to, now they're telling us and we know better, but nobody is learning. They just swallow it. Come on, man. And then they bring it out. They bring it out and they spew it amongst others. And you just look at them and say, you're that dumb that you cannot decipher that will not happen or that didn't happen. You see, because they're like gossipers. Compound interest. I talked about it with Ryan. Teach what you learn. Teaching doubles the return. It's compounding. Hadn't I not given Ryan some financial knowledge, I couldn't be continuously doing it. If all I did was work on finance, I wouldn't find out that impulsive shopping is a lack of emotional something. Impulsive shopping is a spiritual thing that God doesn't like rich people, never went to heaven. But flipping camel got through a needle. Think about it, guy. The camel didn't go to heaven. You know, and oh man, I don't want to be rich. I want to be comfortable. There was a man that was speaking once. He said, you know what is his name? Les Brown, yeah. And he said, to be comfortable, you have to be rich. So get over that. And it's up to you to build it up. So you need to compound interest is adding. You come and you do 5 minutes today, 5 minutes tomorrow, 5 minutes. It grows, it compounds. That is why you need 4 years and 20,000 years to be a doctor, 900 years to do this, because it has to grow. So embodying the wealth, guide yourself in a standing grand vault in a bank. You all know the banks has vault. This big room. Some of them are as big as this room or bigger. Try King and Young. They're 3 levels below the ground. Each book in that vault reads a lesson. Learn, conversation, held, places. Another gold coin of wisdom inside that book. Hear the echo of abundance as the vault fills. So in that vault, each book in that vault has a lesson. You learn, and there's conversation being held in that vault. Another gold coin of wisdom inside. I always say you get a nugget, or if you do not get a nugget, you get a rare black pearl, or you get a rare pink Canadian diamond. That's my job. Do not disregard the nugget. A nugget has many facets to it. A nugget has tiny little rough holes, and in each of those holes is wisdom. Don't jump over the nugget and the pearl to go for the diamond, because a diamond is formed under pressure. Can you take the pressure of that knowledge to become a diamond? So when you are challenged and you're going through hell on earth and you want to use the S word, it's a challenge, and you can only make you stronger, and then you're becoming that diamond. Knowledge is telling you now that currency you have, that what you're going through in your life right now is to make you stronger, is to make you a diamond. And I believe, and I say it every day, today is the best day of my life. I am not going to worry about what's going to happen, but right now in this moment is the best day of my life. So gentle, you have to breathe when you're looking at things. Breathe and write an affirmation. Invest in knowledge and watch your life grow rich. Write that down. I am going to invest in knowledge. All kinds of knowledge, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, financial, and my life will grow rich. My entire life, not just my pocketbook, but I can't walk. Not just my bank account, and I fight with everybody in the family. Does that make sense? I have a rich, full bank account, but I cannot barely go to the bank and stand up there to get the money, because I neglected eating right, walking right, wearing proper shoes, stop abusing myself with old shoes, too tight, too uncomfortable, because I'm saving money. And you can't stand. So you need to change. Knowledge is currency. My mind is fertile ground. Every lesson bears fruit. Every challenge is opening a door to, hey, you can make it better. That's what it's all about. I spend wisdom freely, knowing it always returns multiplied. This is my belief. Sometimes I share it so quickly that I haven't even digested. Because if I think it, and the next thought is you, I will tell you. So it multiplies. I spend all the wisdom I have. I give it away. Here. I give it freely. No strings attached. No payment necessary. Knowing it always returns and multiplies. As you guys know, people constantly tell me, oh, you should do that upscale, or whatever it is. I don't even know the words they use, so that you can have a lot more subscribers and follow. I don't know. It sounds like I'm carrying them somewhere. No, those that come is those that get fed. If you come, you will get it. You do. If I need to get paid, it will come. I believe what Brother Andre said. If you ever go to Montreal and you haven't gone to the St. Joseph's Oratory, go there. And when you go there, go look for his bed and his room. And what he said when they were teasing him and they said, you're building this house, this beautiful place for St. Joseph because you believe in him and you have no money for the roof. He couldn't read, he couldn't write. He was one of 21 children. And he was at the door of the rectory at the bottom of the mountain, and the church was below somewhere. And he kept looking at that mountain, and somehow he was inspired on top of Mount Royal he should build a basilica to St. Joseph. And when they were teasing him, because it started small, he said, if St. Joseph wants a roof on this house, he has to help me to do it because I'm building it for him. That was his faith. So that's what we have to look for. If it has to get better, it will get better. I cannot make it. I can only show up and do my best. And so can you. Do your best. Do not wait and look to see because this one is successful and that one is successful. But that's not your lane. Knowledge is currency. Use your currency to do your best. So, knowledge is currency. No market can crash your knowledge. Go and prosper. No market crash is affecting your knowledge. It's there. So where in my life do I need to increase my knowledge and have a good balance this week? Which one of my pillars I need to increase my knowledge about it? Who can I teach today to strengthen the value of what I have learned? Not maybe from me, but something you learned yesterday, last year, 14 years ago. Who can you teach? Who can you strengthen? When I was your age, I did this. That's a lesson you can give. Let them know you didn't start up of the top, that you had to crawl and crawl up the mountain and your hands were cut. And the rope was cutting through you. Your knees was on jagged rocks. Don't just sit there and say, remember your journey and tell those people in your life that are lesser than you right now. Hold on. Hold on to your plans. Hold on to your dreams because knowledge is currency. They can use that now. My grandmother, my aunt, my friend, my older lady, the neighbor told me to just, good for you, keep going. Just do that and see how it really helps you. So, the richest person in the room is the one that is still learning. There's always room for learning. You cannot be full, completely filled with everything. Remember that. The people that already have do not stop doing their best. They don't just sit down. When somebody tells me, you know what, when I retire, I'm just going to sit down. Wow. I'm waiting for you to get up and to see how that's been working for you. When you retire, you have a job to use your knowledge and give it to those that haven't enough yet, those coming behind you. Leave a rope tied to your waist because you're on the top of the mountain so somebody can pull on that rope to get right next to you. There's room at the top. There's a lot, they say is 1%. So that means there's 99% down there. There's so much room at the top. And the top doesn't have to be pointed. It's just the top. It's endless. So share what you know and let us see somebody. Remember, the richest person in the room is the one still learning, asking questions, listening intently, and smiling through the entire lecture. Have a wonderful and amazing day. If you're looking for someone to be a speaker at any of your events that you're planning, get in touch with me. My email address is right here. And you can contact me and I would love to give you more about making life choices to you or any of the topic on living a fulfilled life. Have a great day.